All right, let's start this video. I got a couple of things I wanted to talk about. First of all, okay, so I'll go with the short idea. It was one thing that I wanted to say that I didn't say when I was talking about dead time and lifetime and everything. What I wanted to tell you is when you're doing dead time or you're in like, let's say, some kind of New York prison, Rikers Island, whatever, even in the jail, whatever the case is, when you're there, like let's say Rikers or like, you're doing like serious time for something very serious, but not piece of shit, like robbing a bank. And you do 5 years, 7 years, whatever you do, you know what I mean? Whether it's 5 or 7 years. The thing is that, when you're doing that, you got to remember that times are going to be really hard. And I don't mean times are hard because you're stuck in the cell or stuck in the prison. That's not why times are hard. Times are hard because you're not out there. When you're doing dead time, it doesn't matter, even if you're on bail and you're gonna be going to prison in a few weeks or whatever the case is, or in a month or two. The fact is that when you're in that dead time mode, and I'll tell you right now, like people will try to take advantage of that. Meaning that you're in prison and out there, people will try to fuck with you. They will try to fuck with your name. They will try to fuck with who you are. They will disrespect you. They will try to annoy you. They will try to fuck with you in any way they can. That happens. I've seen it happen for a long time. Somebody goes to jail or prison to do a sentence, and people will literally laugh about it. They will laugh out loud. People will laugh out loud in public about like, ha ha ha, this guy's in whatever and whatnot. Now, at the same time, if I'm doing dead time, and let's say they are doing that and they are making a mockery out of me and out of my life and out of everything I know, it's bad. But at the same time, if I'm still holding on and if I'm still good out there because of the way that I displayed myself, because of the way that I lived, and because of just being a certain type of dude and doing certain type of things all the time and genuinely living that, my situation might not be that bad. It actually might be pretty good out there. Even though I'm in prison, my situation might still be pretty good. But even if it is good, if I'm known in any way, even if I'm not known, even if I'm known through the grapevine, people will try to make a mockery of me and fuck with me and annoy me and hassle me when I'm in dead time. And that's what I want you to understand. When you're in prison and let's say in Rikers Island or something, they will be trying to make a mockery of you. You know what I mean? They will actually do that. Now, I do believe my dead time is done. I can feel it, and I've already talked about that. That's not something to talk about, but yeah, but that's the case. You know what I mean? In lifetime, it's a different situation. You're not locked up anymore in Rikers or whatever. You're not locked up anymore. And I don't mean physically. You might physically still be doing time and still be locked up, but now out there or out everywhere in the world, you're back out again. You're back out there again. And and guess what? 7 years of becoming harder, stronger, better in so many ways. When you start doing that, when you come out, it's a whole different you. You're a whole different person. So a little bit of it, people will be like, oh, this is reminiscent of before all this shit happened, when he was partying and stuff like that, and he was traveling and stuff. And at the same time, they're like, but it's so different. It's like way different, because that's because that time has made the person harder and better, stronger. Now, the next thing I wanted to get into, or the other thing that I wanted to get into was, never having changed or grown or switched in my life up until recently, the last 6.5 months or 6 months or so, I never changed who I was or what I was. So I never even turned against myself because I never changed. And not only did I not turn against myself, because I was at that level 1 and I was always refreshing myself, dropping everything, losing everything I had to start a new day and gain during that day. Because I was doing that, I would always stay at the bottom of myself. So I had to stay at the bottom of myself. I had to stay at the back of myself. And I never went against myself because I never switched or changed. This is a different situation now. 6.5 months into this living differently, changing and growing and whatnot. Yeah, I'm not with myself. I can't say that. Oh, I've never changed and never switched up. No, I might have never changed or switched up. Prior to let's say a year ago or something. But as of now, you know what I mean? Or 6 months ago, obviously. But as of now, I can say that I have changed and I have switched up and I have changed on myself. You know what I mean? I've become stronger, higher, better. You know what I mean? And because of that, my old self, I chunked them, man. I threw them in the trash. My old self, I took them and I threw them in the trash. Out with the old, in with the new. Sorry, but not sorry, man. Your old news, man. Bye bye. Like a bye bye to myself. I'm out of dead time now, and being myself and never cheating, never switching up was working. And anyway, that's not the point. But the point is that I chunked myself a few times. In those 6 months, I chunked myself a few times. I've thrown myself in the garbage a few times. You know what? I don't really care, man. This is a different time. This is a different me, man. You're not with me anymore because I'm not you and I'm not me. So what am I? Well, I changed and I switched up. I'm a different type of guy now. I'm more complex. I've grown. I've changed. I've gotten better in so many ways. I've advanced myself in my life. I don't have time for my old self because I've advanced forward. I don't need my old self. I'm pretty much done right there. But I have some time, so I'm trying to think if I can throw something in here. I don't think so. I have nothing new to throw in here. But change is real, man, and it's genuine, and you see it and you understand it and everything. It's like, and I'll be honest, I've never flown in my life. I'm talking about when you're so high on yourself or you're doing so good that you're flying. You know what I mean? How they say you pass with flying colors? That means you get super good marks. You pass just way above everybody else. You heard about flying high? You know what I mean? Dude, everybody's flying down here or up here, and I'm flying above everybody else. It can even be, it can even be demonstrated by Michael. Anyway, that's not important. But the point is that, you've heard that idea. And I feel like, and when I made this clear, people couldn't believe it. They thought I had been flying before. I'm like, dude, I've never been flying. I've been so low to the ground my whole life. I've always been right low to the ground. And today I can say that, dude, I've actually taken flight. I am flying now, just to let you know. So anyways, that's enough with that. I'm done here, and that's it. Oh, it's still running?